We're back on America's Horse and ready to take you to a World Championship event in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's the 5th annual World Championship Barrel Racing Futurity. Now, this has been an event dominated in the past by the underdogs. Well, this year, Speed Money, ridden by Sharon Smith, led through the qualifying runs. Pat Minnick was in Oklahoma City to see if this would be another year for the underdog in the World Championship Barrel Racing Futurity.
Barrel racing futurities are some of the most popular and most profitable events in the quarter horse world today. Futurities are risky business because the horses entered are 4 years of age or under, and they were nominated a year ago, and some of them were just trotting around the pattern. But the stakes are high. 353 horses were entered, and only 50 of them through preliminary go-rounds will make tonight's finals for over $250,000. And I'm a little nervous because I've got a colt in the finals. Leading off is Our Chocolate Sunday, ridden by Talmadge Green. He had 7 horses entered in the futurity, 6 of them advanced to the finals. This is the first of 6 mounts tonight, and I asked Talmadge which horse has the best chance to win.
Every one of them has one to go somewhere, and if they all got the perfect run, you probably could flip a coin between them. So that's one lucky point that I got going into the night. I got 6 bullets to shoot at the target.
Here's Little Bar Montoya, ridden by Eva Jones. The pair make a great turn around the first barrel and then spin out a little on the second turn, but keep up the momentum. Although these horses are just 4-year-olds, the pressure is on to make fast and flawless runs. And Eva does with a 15.897 for a total of 31.944. Considered one of the top trainers of barrel racing horses, Kay Young has competed at the National Finals Rodeo 8 times. I asked her why she changed her competitive focus from rodeos to futurities.
Probably the money would be the biggest incentive, because if you go to rodeos, you have to go to 100 rodeos a year to win 50 to 60,000. Whereas futurities, you can go to 10 to 15 futurities a year and win 100,000. So I would say the money is probably the biggest factor, and you do not have to travel as far from home to get to the futurities.
This is our colt, Too Much Firewater, trained and ridden by Kay Young. I always hold my breath when she turns the first barrel because TM runs full tilt and then skims it all the way around. A little hesitation on the second turn, but he runs so effortlessly, his speed is deceiving. And he's in the money with a blazing 15.895. Speed Money and Sharon Smith posted the fastest qualifying time, an incredible 15.628. With such a lead, what will be her strategy?
Well, I've been to a finals like this before where I won both goes, and all I needed to do was lead the barrels up, and I would have won the championship there. And a wise person, Martha Wright, who had a horse at Fort Smith at one time that hit a barrel, otherwise she would have won Fort Smith. You know, she came up to me to console me, and she said, "You always go for the go-round." I safetied up and went for the average. And I think that's what's going to help me, and that's what has helped me.
Speed Money is 1990's winningest 4-year-old barrel horse. He's a little wide on the first barrel, but that's never hurt him. Sharon hits the second barrel and takes away the chance to win this futurity. But it's been a great year for this nurse who trained her own horse. A 16.076 becomes a 21.076 with the penalty. Let's see what happened. Going across to the second barrel, Speed Money tips his head to the right, or the outside of the turn. This forces his left shoulder in, and as he comes out of the turn, he takes the barrel with him, a costly 5-second penalty. Letitia Whitfield aboard Rocking Doc Bagel ran a little wide on the first barrel, but her qualifying time of 15.745 was the second fastest, and that gives her a margin for error. They're smooth on the second and third and penalty-free. A 16.026 makes her total 31.771. The last of 50 horses in the finals and the last of 6 mounts for Talmadge Green is Angela Jet Moon, coming in with a 15.838 qualifying time. They skim the first barrel, and Talmadge really leans on the second. He checks the mare and makes sure she doesn't hit the third barrel. Then Talmadge heads to the finish line and watches the clock. A 15.842 wins the finals and the futurity. A grueling evening of 6 mounts in an hour's time pays off for Talmadge Green. And after he accepted the multitude of championship awards, I asked Talmadge what this win means.
it means it all. It's the World Championship Barrel Futurity, and to win it, it's just another feather in my hat, I guess. I'm glad to have it. It hadn't really hit me yet, but it feels real good to be in the winner's circle.
And how much did he win here?
I should have won. I was winning like 17,000 going into this go. So I won 17,000 for the average, 3,000 for the go, and probably a 2,000 for 17. So I probably won 25,000 plus 17 already going in. So it's a pretty good week's paychecks.
Not bad, Talmadge. Officially $40,500. Here in Oklahoma City, I'm Pam Minnick. Now back to Chris Lincoln in the studio.
Our congratulations to Angela Jet Moon and Talmadge Green. By the way, they weren't the only barrel racing champions crowned this past December at the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, Nevada. Charmaine Robin did it again. She won her 7th consecutive national finals in barrel racing. She teamed up with her American quarter horse, registered as Gill's Bay Boy, but known to the rodeo and barrel racing world as Scamper. Our congratulations to her.